Wesley, he's doing the usual thing of number threes when they come in suddenly, of making the guy come to him. He's not going to go after the ball.
Yeah, innings. We hope he doesn't have the anxiety that will make shot, because the ball was whipped from the offside into the leg side, slightly across a braced front pad. And you're not going to be able to play that shot too many times in Test cricket and get away with it, but he did on that occasion. And the ball was parried at short mid-wicket, and they got through for a single. He's off the mark, is Wesley, and he'll have strike for the next over. Any more tweets?
Yeah, Jay Grover, promotion is a false dawn. Fuck Tevez. And Jonah Jones, Jennings is fucking shocking. No way is he going to Australia. Jay Grover, do a team of Zeds and watch Indians on Cricinfo call people racist for not picking Tendulkar.
Yes.
Also, F sakes, Jennings. Shane Yawn, beaten Jennings.
Beaten Jennings, yes, that may be the case. As the camera does pick out some stars, there are always stars from other sports at Old Trafford, and it's Captain Fantastic himself, Brian Robson, who, amazingly for a man who is known to, let's say, indulge in the in a drink or two, looks barely any different to when he played. So he must be in his mid-50s now.
He looks pretty damn fit, doesn't he?
Looks very well. Does Brian Robson.
That's what happens when you don't stay in the game.
As Tom Wesley on strike to Rabada, wide of off stump. Both bowlers taking a little time to recalibrate their compass, having bowled exclusively to left-handers until Wesley took to the crease.
He had a limited managerial stint with, is it Middlesbrough?
Yeah, Middlesbrough. Yeah, very much supported by, I think, Steve Coleman. Is that the chairman there?
Steve Gibson.
Steve Gibson, yeah. Splendid chairman. Deserves better from both his players and his managers.
But that was at least 15 years ago.
It was. He was manager at a couple of other clubs as well. And taking on the pad is Wesley by a ball that was an in-ducker. I think it went off the seam rather than an off-cutter from Rabada. But Rabada is certainly testing out England's upper order. Yes, it was a scrambled seam that hit the seam and then jagged in. I have to say there's an awful lot of life in this wicket. Sideways movement for the first morning of a test. It's not particularly green. To me, it looks a little bit like it's going off some cracks. Or is that just me? Because
I thought in the green room that it had scuffed up quite quickly.
Yeah, I think so too, as this ball is left outside off stump and there is no run. Of course, it is traditionally very dry at Old Trafford. Perhaps of taking wickets there. And the man we've got on the screen, S.K. Warne, once took a famous wicket, of which you may have heard, at Old Trafford back in 1993. I saw that in a pub in Upper Street, by the way. I ducked out of a fashion show at the Business Design Centre to watch a bit of the cricket.
Didn't England's former spin coach Peter Such take a load of wickets?
I think he took 6 wickets with that extraordinary run-in and then bowling off breaks. As Rabada is in again, this is well wide of off stump and dies as it goes through to Quinton de Hock. Any more tweets?
Yeah, Mog has got an S team, which is Smith, 11 times. Nick Sharland, he's done a D team. Dempster, Dilshan, Dravid, Duplessis, Donny, De Silva, De Villiers, Dev, Dawson, captain, Dilly and Donald.
Oh, yeah, not a bad side. Dilly and Donald be an interesting opening attack. You'd have to have Dilly at peak Dilly. As this ball taken on the pad, it goes to Gashimamla, who attempts to catch at slip, but it was taken on the pad, so there was no actual chance of a dismissal. But Rabada is making this ball jag ways off the seam here, and this is testing times for England. It's not a perfect seam up delivery, but as the wobble seam hits a crack, it straightens, and then we see...
Yeah, I think I give him one more, at least.
Yeah, that was a proper seam up. That wasn't a wobble seam. And the ball
still had forward momentum.
Yeah, I mean, it's a sign of the anxiety of England's batsmen, and as good Cook has been on 18, because Cook, as we know from this is 144th test match, a gross of tests. He simply plays the next ball, and that's what England need to do. I think Wesley was playing the ball before there and not really committing to the forward defensive. Anyway, we have the impressive Dwayne Olivier, who is the acting...
To do with that.
Oh, the Princess Bride, I've never seen it.
Evil Scootus, the L team, would have a pretty decent pace attack. Grace, lovely to be joining you on a cold, damp, dull Canberra evening. The only type here. Where have we got to? Yeah, PJ Mead, Princess Bride. Part of Tom's jingle is because the hero was called Westland.
This is a